Hello. We're going to be going over three topics. We're going to be going over formatting in Excel. We'll talk about lists. We'll also talk about auto filters. Now remember, we've already talked about this in our other sections. We all agree, it's thumbs up. We're not too sure what I'm talking about. Let's go middle way. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, of course, go all the way and point to the bottom. That will keep me knowing whether or not you are understanding this material. The only indication that I know is thumbs up, I got it. Thumbs, I'm not too sure. And Mark, I have no clue. Can you rephrase that? And let's go over it again. Remember, this course is about you and your understanding of the material. And I want to make sure that you get everything that you had come here for during our time. You can look on the board very easily. You can see that we have an area that needs to be formatted. If you easily go on to, using my mouse of course, go onto the toolbar, you can see that there are many areas that you can be able to do edits and so forth. You can see right now I created a formatting floating toolbar, that's what it's technically called, that I moved it from its regular toolbar space and then moved it to the middle of the screen, that it makes it much easier for me to flow through. What I want to do is I want to merge and center the first quarter sales area. So all I simply do is highlight over that area. Then I find on my toolbar that little thing that looks like a crisscross with an A in the middle. Simply hit the button and it automatically centers it and merges the cells together. One easy step. Remember, we're here to make Excel much easier and much faster for us to do so. At the same point, we could do the same thing by going into Format, go into your cells area, and then you can be able to align tab and do the very same thing as well. We can do many things about 2 or 3 different ways. In this course, I'll at least try to do it in 2 ways, but of course, keeping in mind time constraint. Of course, our shortcuts. Great place to go to for our shortcuts is the Bible for Excel. Excellent resource. It's a CD. We have it both in 2003 and in 2007 with many, many shortcuts that you will be able to use throughout this course. For instance, you're not happy with the center align, center merge, all you have to do is go Control Z, it automatically undoes it. If you want to go back, Control Y. Now remember, that is an operations component, so you can be able to use this in other applications such as Word, Excel, any application. So do keep that in mind. Another great is your fill function. So easily go into your fill function. It looks like similar to a bucket. You can lower the colors and so forth in the corner. You have many, many colors available to you. However, you can be able to change them as you move along. For this example, I'm going to make it yellow. Then you can see along the left-hand side are the different states. Along the top are the different dates. Remember, we talked about something called contiguous and non-contiguous space. If I hit the Shift button on the keyboard and I scroll up, and then at the point that I want to, I can switch to the Control button and scroll all the way across and be able to do both a contiguous space, let's say in blue, then hit Control and then go straight across and be able to do that in one shot. How many of you have done this in 2 shots? Meaning you had to go scroll vertically, then you had to scroll horizontally to make it blue. We'll just use the Shift button. Let's say it again. Shift is for what? It's for contiguous space. And Control is for what? Yes, it is for non-contiguous space. So that we can be able to format much faster and much easier. Now what I want to do is I want to scroll over all the different numbers. I can do this in many, many ways. Remember, this is in dollar signs, or we're talking about currency. So I can easily go to the formatting toolbar, hit the dollar sign, and make adjustments there. Remember, if I don't want the cent signs, I could always very easily use the decrease decimal. If I change my mind, I could always go Control Z, which we just learned, or we could just increase the size. If I'm not happy and I don't want the dollar signs, I could always change it out and go to commas, or change them out as well. Let's say I want to go into cells again. We can go into our number formats. We have many, many options available. And one thing I want you to keep in mind is that there is an accounting number format. This is very specific for accounting rules when it comes to formats, meaning merge right, merge left, and center. That they are very specific to accountants so forth. That if you are trying to merge and you aren't an accountant to the right or to the left, you need to make sure, and one of the biggest culprits is that the format is in accounting. So I would just change it to number or general format, hit OK, and then you're done. Very easily, we can add the orders. We can do them two ways. We can either go to the formatting toolbar, and there are many, many selections that are available to us. However, if we do want more, we can easily go and right-click on Format, go to Cells, go to the tabs and right-click on the tabs, and then you have many options available there. In the line button, you see the different lines that are available, and then below, of course, the different colors that are available as well. Also, when it comes to text fonts, we can do the same. Easily click over the cell that you want to change, and then you can go into, it looks like an A, and then there's a color below it. And again, you have the same color selections that are available. So all I simply did was hit the right button, and you can see all the numbers are now green. All I have to do is, if I want them back to black, I can go back up to the top, go back and hit, go to my black color automatically. Very, very easily, we can be able to change our numbers. Of course, alignment, very simple. Just like a Word document, you have right, left, and of course, center. We also have bold, which is the B. Shortcut for bold is Control B. We have italics, which is Control I, and then we also have underline as well, which is Control U. Remember, these shortcuts will help save you time. Isn't that why you're here? Is to be able to work Excel faster and more proficiently. And that's what this course is all about. Not only to teach you how to use it better, but also to teach you how to use it faster. Moving forward, I want to talk about another aspect, which is creating lists. And we have what is called the autofill function. And you can see that I have different examples. You can see in cell A1, which I taught how to reference cells, is from A1. If I simply go to the corner, do you see where I'm talking about? I hit my control button to identify where I'm at. If I were to scroll down, you can see that it automatically goes from autofills from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so forth. I can do the same for the days of the week. Scroll further down, very easily scroll and be able to get what I want. However, what if I don't want it to go from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? What if I want it to just repeat itself at Monday? You can see that there's a Smart menu button onto your right-hand lower left corner of the cell selected, and then you can simply hit right-click on Copy Cells, and it changes it all to Monday. Very, very easily. Same with dates. We simply scroll down and fill them in, and it automatically fills in the dates as we move along. So we can be able to do this both vertically and horizontally. The next feature that I'd like to show is the filter function. And I want to use and show the auto filter function. We'll talk about the advanced filter tomorrow. For those that will be coming back for our day 2, we'll be getting into more advanced functions with our filters, being able to do multiple filtering and be able to add operators and so forth that make filters much more complex. But what I want to do is I want to go into our tools function, in our tools data function, and in our data function, what I want to go is go into my filter. I right click and you can see the arrow that it advances an additional menu. I go into auto filter and then I click onto it, and you can see in the title bar where it automatically filters each of the heading categories. So for passengers, what I could do is click on it, and you can see that there are multiple items that are listed. It gives me the top 10, it puts them in alphabetical order, it sorts them by specifics, even by the individual. But notice when I do change this individual on the left-hand side that the row header indicators have turned blue. What that's telling us is that you have activated the autofill function. Very easily, all you need to do is go back into our different tools and then our different data and be able to go into filter, go back to auto filter, and be able to change it very, very easily. And you can see that you can be able to remove them, make changes.